Yo, what's up, Z-Karma here, back with another Cyberpunk video. In this one, I will be listing all the cyberware implants that are currently not working. If there are any changes, I'll make sure to add it to the pinned comment below. Also, this list does not include the cyberware specific mods, like the little mods that are attached to cyberware. Those will be covered in a separate video. So if you enjoyed this video or find it helpful in any way, a like rating is appreciated, and if you want to sub for more content like this, that'll be great as well. Starting off with the Frontal Cortex mods. All of them work except for the Camillo RAM Manager. I tested this after the 1.1 update, and it is not working for me. This one is supposed to refund 30% of your RAM when it reaches 2. I tried this in and out of combat and it never gave me RAM. Moving on to the ocular system mods, these all work, but I did want to give an FYI. The mods that are attached, whenever it comes to the one that increases your headshot bonus damage by 50% and the one that increases crit chance by 5%, you can only use one of each. So you can't try to stack 3 of trajectory analysis or 3 of weak spot detection. It'll only apply one of each. Moving on to the circulatory system cyberware, the only one that does not work is the blood pump. Okay, so this one works if you're not using cyberware arms, but if you already have arms equipped, you won't be able to use the blood pump for some reason. Moving on to the immune system cyberware, the one that does not work is called Cata Resist. This one is supposed to increase resistances, and it doesn't work. The legendary doesn't work, and this one doesn't work. Moving on to the nervous system. There's actually one that I don't have that doesn't work. It's called Neofiber. Neofiber is supposed to increase your evasion, but it is currently not working. Moving on to the Integumentary system. Everything in the Integumentary system works. And then for skeleton, hands, arms, and legs, everything works as well. The only thing that's misleading is something that was basically cut from the game. The gorilla arms, it says that gorilla arms also allow you to force open locked doors and rip turrets from their bases. That is not true. I have never ever seen a prompt that will allow me to do that. The only thing I've seen is force opening doors and breaking turrets with enough body attribute. Gorilla arms have nothing to do with that. So now let's talk about the operating systems. All Sandevistan and Cyberdex work perfectly. The ones that have problems are the Berserks. So for example, let's start off with the Militech Berserk Mark V. It says that it reduces weapon recoil. That's false. The sway gets really crazy, as you can see in this gameplay. It also says that melee damage is increased by 15%. That is true. Then it says that armor resistances are increased by 15%, and that is not true. Not working. And then it says that the duration is 10 seconds and it has a 60-second cooldown. Well, that's actually a little bit false. The duration is actually 60 seconds and the cooldown is correct at 1 minute. And then the part where it says where jumping from a high height creates landing force that damages enemies, that actually works perfectly. And then it says defeating enemies restores 5% of max health when Berserk is active, that works. Gain 40% more health when Berserk is active, that also works. And then increases max stamina by 40% when Berserk is active. It actually gives you infinite stamina when you have Berserk active, which is really good. And the rest of the Berserks actually follow the same pattern as this one. For example, the Biodyne Berserk Mark IV. The duration and cooldown listed are wrong, of course. It actually lasts for 30 seconds and has a 1 minute cooldown. The weapon sway again is horrible and the armor resistances won't work. Everything else is fine. And for the Zatatech Berserk Mark IV, again, the duration is not 5 seconds, it's actually 10 seconds, and the cooldown is not 10 seconds, it's actually 1 minute. And again, this one also has horrible weapon sway, and the armor resistances don't work. Everything else is fine. And that's basically it. These are all the cyberware implants that either don't work or have some issues. I would avoid all of the ones I mentioned, except for the Militech Berserk, or all the Berserks if you want to use any of them. The Berserks are still really good for those melee builds, so just ignore the downside of them. The best one is definitely, like I said, the Militech Berserk, as it gives you infinite stamina for the duration, and it increases your health, and it lasts for a full minute. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, a like rating is appreciated, and if you want to sub for more content, that would be great as well. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.